welcome back to my channel, or welcome to it if this is your first time here. I have a dramatic makeup tutorial for you today on this look that you see here. It's kind of a emerald green smoky eye with some gold and a more neutral kind of nude lip. Don't mind my hair and my sweatshirt. I'm wearing a Hogwarts sweatshirt. It's Sunday. I am super lazy today. It's fine. We don't need to talk about it. It's fine. It's fine. I hope you enjoy this look. If you haven't checked out my last video, which was my Boxycharm unboxing, I did use a couple of the products from my Boxycharm that I got this month in this tutorial. So if you want to check that out before you check out this one, definitely recommend doing that. I did a poll on a couple of my different social media platforms last week asking if you wanted a more simple, minimalistic look or a more dramatic look. And when I sat down to film, they were at 50-50. So I just kind of was feeling more like a simple look that day. So I kind of just started doing a simple look. And then after I was done filming, I looked back at the poll and it was about 70% for a dramatic look, 30% for the simple look. So I am bringing you the dramatic look today. I apologize. So basically this is what I came up with. It's kind of a green smoky eye. I think it looks really flattering with blue eyes like I have. So if you want to see how I got this green smoky eye, then let's go ahead and get into it. Okay guys, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm actually gonna do things a little bit differently today. I'm actually gonna be going in with my eye makeup first today before I do the rest of my face, so you're gonna have to stare at this for the first part of the video, so I apologize, but we are gonna do a dramatic look today. So I'm gonna start with my eyes. So what I'm actually gonna do, sorry if the phone is, or the camera is shaking a little bit, I have you guys at a little bit of a different angle. So you're propped up on about 8 books right now. So not the most stable, but anyway, so I'm literally just gonna take like some Scotch tape, take a little piece of it, stick it on the back of your hand to get that initial stickiness off, because we want it to be sticky, but we don't want it to like stick to your eye. And then we're basically just gonna line it up with, wherever you want the line of your eyeshadow to be. So I'm going to, something like that. I'm not sure you can really see, but basically I kind of just lined it right up with my bottom lash line because that's where I want my shadows to end. And then I'm gonna do the same on the other side, taking a piece that's not quite as big because this piece literally goes from here to here. It's fine. Okay, so they're not perfect, but I'm pretty happy with that. What this is gonna do is just give us a really nice clean line. When we take these away and do the rest of our makeup, we're gonna have a super clean line, and all those shadows that get all over, all those dark colors we're gonna use, don't even need to worry about it. Also, shout out to my best friend Michaela for this super cute cup she got me for Christmas. It has sequins all over the entire thing. It's a Starbucks cup. Obsessed. Okay, a lot of the shadows that we use today are gonna be from this beautifully dirty Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I think I've shown this before, but if you haven't seen it, this is what it looks like. It's gorgeous. You could literally, I don't even know how many looks you could come up with this palette. The possibilities are endless. So before we go in with any eyeshadow, you wanna prime your eyelids. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of this ColourPop No Filter Concealer, set this down, and then we're gonna put some powder down. And for me, this is a necessity because I have such veiny eyelids. I do not want my shadow to have veins peeking through it, so just gonna buff this out with my sponge, and then we'll set it with some translucent powder just so it's ready for shadow. And then I'm just gonna go into the Peach Perfect setting powder that I like to use, and just grab some of that on the end of my sponge. Every time I use this, some of it gets in my mouth and it tastes so good. Is that weird? Probably. Okay, now we are primed and we can start with shadows. We're gonna be using this Jaclyn Hill palette. Where did I just put my brush? Okay, I put it away. Good job, Ashlyn. Go in with a mixture of these two shades. It kind of just makes my perfect crease shade. Just buffing this into the crease, nothing crazy. Okay, now we're gonna start going a little bit darker with our shades. Next thing I'm gonna go in with this middle shade right here. I'm just gonna kind of take this in the outer corner and then work that into the crease as well. Now I'm gonna take this Morphe M330 brush. It's a much more tapered, smaller blending brush. And I am gonna go into, I'm actually gonna dip right into this dark green shade right here. It looks a lot darker on camera. It's not quite that dark. Well, yeah, it looks really dark on camera, but anyways. I'm gonna dig into that shade a little bit. And I'm kind of just adding this. I'm dipping into it like this, so it's just on the ends of my brush. I don't want it on my whole brush because I don't want to get too crazy with this. I'm gonna really just place this on the outer part of my eye and focus this right on this outer V, kind of along the lash line and into the crease just right here. Another thing to remember about a smoky eye is that it looks crazy before it looks good. They used to intimidate me so much because it looks really bad before it all comes together and looks good. So just, I mean, don't be discouraged. If it looks like you got punched in the eye, like it gets better, I promise. If you just make sure that you are really, really, really blending out everything really well, I promise it gets better, okay? It gets better. This is a little bit lighter than the one we just used and kind of more olivey. So I'm gonna put this in the exact same spot and just kind of blend out that dark that we just put down. Okay, so this is where we're at right now. Again, I know that this looks crazy. I promise you it all comes together, okay? Trust me, trust me. So this one is called Sideline, if you're curious. Just fell out of the little thingy. I drop everything. It's honestly so bad. So we're just gonna go in with this all over the lid. What I was gonna say though is that if you have blue eyes, green eyeshadow is like your bestest friend. It's gonna make your eyes look so pretty. So just grabbing this flat shader brush, mine's dirty, what else is new? I'm gonna take this green shade and just put it all over the lid. And then once you have that lid color down, I'm just gonna go in again with a clean fluffy brush and just kind of buff out the edges. And then what I really like to do if I'm doing a really dark smoky eye is take a pop of something really shimmery, like a shimmery gold or a shimmery silver, if that better fits your look. So I'm gonna go back into this palette right here and take this gold shade, and I'm basically just gonna put it on the very middle of my lid. That just to kind of brighten it up and add a little something extra. And then again, just kind of go around that and buff it out so it's not so harsh. And then the last thing that we're gonna do for the top of this eye look is take a smudger brush like this one. I'm gonna go back in with that very dark green right here and kind of act as if this was an eyeliner and kind of smudge it along my lash line for some added definition, because I'm not going to use eyeliner from this look, I don't think. So I'm gonna just use this as kind of my eyeliner. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and remove the tape. So as you can see, it leaves you with a really nice clean line. Obviously it looks crazy right now. But we will take care of that. And then whatever else kind of fell down here, I'm just gonna take a makeup wipe and kind of clean that up. So I went to Sephora yesterday and I ended up getting a free sample of these Josie Maran makeup priming and highlighting drops, Argan Moonstone drops. They look like this. And they're like these opaly oil drops, kind of. I don't even know how to describe them. I don't know if you can see those. They're I'm kind of intrigued by them, so I'm gonna start with those. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna start with my Step 1 Smoothing Primer on my nose area where I have the large pores. Then I'm gonna go in with that oil for the rest of my face. So for foundation today, I am gonna go in with my Peach Perfect Foundation in the shade Vanilla, which is just a tiny bit too dark for me. So I'm gonna mix in some of these. I don't know why my lights are like so bright today. This is the LA Girl Pro Coverage foundation, but this is the white one. So you can basically just mix this with foundations to lighten it up a little bit. I'm just gonna put a couple pumps. I'm gonna say like, okay, come on. Like 2 pumps of the Sweet Peach, and then like 1 pump of the LA Girl, and just kind of mix those together to kind of make my own perfect shade. Then I'm gonna go in with my concealer, the Maybelline Age Rewind in Ivory. Go in and set the places that I put concealer with my Peach Perfect setting powder. And then this foundation is still feeling a little bit tacky, so I'm gonna take just this really big fluffy brush. If you're curious, this is the Morphe R0. Just kind of stamp some of this powder everywhere else. Okay, so now that we are all set, we're gonna go in and contour. But I'm doing a really dramatic look. I want my face to be dramatic as well. So I'm gonna do the full contour and everything today, as I would, taking my angled brush and my good old contour palette. And then I'm going to bronze using my E.L.F. bronzer and my stippling brush, as I like to do. And then just to really sharpen that up, and I'm gonna take a sponge with some of my translucent powder and just kind of sweep it, just to kind of clean up that bronze area. Moving on to blush, I'm gonna use my new Pretty Vulgar blush that came in my Boxycharm. If you haven't checked out my Boxycharm unboxing, I will link that one in the description as well. This is in the shade Make Them Blush. I don't know if it's in the shade Make Them Blush or Hush Blush. It says both of them on the back. I don't know. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that. This is really pigmented, so beware. Ooh, see, yeah, that's, whoa! Okay, that's too much. This blush is super pigmented. Okay, I look crazy. We need to fix this a little bit here. Woo! Okay, wowzers. Okay, now we're going to highlight, of course. You guys already know the drill. I'm gonna go in with my ColourPop InNudeEndo palette, mixing these 2 shades here. I do more of the gold and then like a little bit of the other one. It's not really half and half. Ooh, doggy. Yes, ma'am. Down the nose, Cupid's bow, chin. And then because I'm extra, you guys already know, I'm gonna take a little bit of my Wet n Wild highlighter and Blossom Glow. Just stick that at the very high points, right about there. Just for a little something extra, you know. Now I'm gonna spray a little bit of my Mario Badescu Rose Water. I'm sorry if this video is super long. I've already been filming for 32 minutes. Apologies. And I'm eating my daughter's goldfish. Oops. Okay, so brows are done. If you're curious, I went in with this Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Definer, and it's in the shade 305 South. It's in the shade 305 Soft Brown. It's one of these more like tear-shaped pencils. I really like it. They ended up a little bit more bold than I'm used to today, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work, okay? Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and finish up with the eyes. So I'm gonna take that dark green that we used from the Jaclyn Hill palette, this one right here, and I'm gonna take it on this flat definer brush and put this along my lower lash line. I'm only gonna take this about halfway. Like that. And then take kind of a pencil brush and dip back into that green ColourPop shadow we were in. This one, kind of smudge that out a little bit. And then I am gonna go in and add just a little bit more gold on my lid. I feel like it's, oh shit. So I'm actually gonna go into this pure Boxycharm collab shadow palette that I got in my Boxycharm this month. I'm gonna go in with this gold shade right here and just use my finger and kind of pop that on my eyelid. So then to brighten up the eye look a little bit more, I'm gonna take my ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in Flexitarian. You already know I love to use this. Taking a Again, when you're doing this dark of a smoky eye, you don't want it to totally close off your eyes, so you kind of want to open them up a little bit like that. So this is, again, from ColourPop. This is their cream gel liner in Swerve, I think it's called. It's the black one. These are super good eyeliners and they're like $5. So I'm gonna quickly line my I'm also gonna put some of this on my lower. Okay, so the eyes are done except for mascara. I'm gonna go in with this Butter London Double Decker mascara that came in my Boxycharm. So I'm actually not super impressed with this. I'm gonna go in with a second layer. Okay, so I have 2 coats of the mascara on now. It's okay. Not my favorite if I'm being honest, but I mean, it's all right. So last but not least, we're gonna go in with lips, and I'm gonna go in with Okay, you guys, I think that is about it for this video. If you enjoyed this dramatic smoky look, then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and let me know down below what color smoky eye you maybe would want to see next, or what other dramatic eye looks you would like to see. And go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and click that little bell to be notified for the next time that I upload.